Okay, my name is Zakashi, guys. In this video here, we're going to be hitting a tier list of the top 10 units in Dragon Ball Legends. I thought this one here is going to be a bit controversial. I feel like people are going to have different placements for this new character here. We got Tag Super Saiyan 3, Goku, and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. I think I know where I'm going to place them, but I can understand if you wanted to move them up slightly for certain arguments, but at the same time I feel like for most people they're gonna have them where I would have them. But again, it's my opinion more than anything else, but at the same time I think it's an honest judgment on where they would place in the meta. I'm talking too long in this intro. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. Leave your top 10 list in the comment section below if yours is any different, anything you agree with or disagree with. And yeah, press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 50k. Let's get into this video now. Alright, now before we continue, you know I gotta plug the boy Dingy. He's the one that makes the tier list, so if you haven't followed him on Twitter, go ahead and follow him on Twitter. He makes the tier list for everybody to use. Every single content creator you see doing a tier list, it comes from this brother here. He's the one that gets the images and everything. So go ahead and follow him, and besides from that, yeah, let's actually get into the video now. Alright, so how I've got it set up, I've got God tier at the top, I've got Z tier next, and then this is like I'd understand if they're top 10. They might not make my top 10, but I feel like some people could make an argument for putting them in the top 10. And then here, we're going to start with putting people into consideration. So these are going to be people that we'd even think about in this day and age. There's going to be people that we don't think about, such as this guy. So they're not going to make the consideration, then we'd never talk about them for the rest of the video. So I'm just going to start dragging people up one by one. Oh, that I think that's it. I think that's everybody I'll consider. I think that's everybody that I'd actually consider in the slightest. Let me just double check. I feel like I have to double check. I'll bring Rev up. I'll bring him up. Somebody's probably smiling of seeing that, but I know he's not making a top 10 by default. I don't even have to think about it much. Let's make a regen user happy. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, and the one guy that likes Rev sign. Alright, cool. I think that's everybody I'd have for consideration. And yeah, now we can actually get into making the top 10 actually complete. Cool, even though we've got a couple new units, well, let me say a new unit, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I feel like the top 3 haven't moved. This is what I'd have, and I feel like this is like the biggest debate in the game right now, where you could move them to your liking, but I feel like this is undeniably the most consistent top 3 out of anything. So what I'd have is this guy up, and then UGB still running the game. I feel like these 3 are still the only god tier units. His time skip is better than anything these guys can provide, but you have to get the time skip off, and outside of that, he's much squishier than these 2. These 2 are just generally more consistent in terms of their damage output, defenses, type neutral factor. This guy has 3 ultimates, which is insane, by the way. And then UGB is just way too good on the defensive end and literally stops your play, and his gauge is guaranteed to get off, whereas these guys is not. So that's why I have this order here. That's just quick to explain. I'm not going to dive too much into it, but of course if you wanted to move these around, it's not too much of a deal breaker. But for me, I'd definitely have it as these 3. I've seen some people put Rose above. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, that's my top 3. I don't think anybody else hits God tier. Let's move into Z tier, which is the more like conflicting part of the tier list. So I feel like this is where we bring in this guy. I don't know if he's gonna go next, but I'm just gonna drag some people up. This guy, and then the 2 GT pairs, these guys. Now these 4 here, I need to figure out 5. Wow, I can't count. These 5 here, I need to figure out what order I'm going to put them in, because this is going to be the most stressful 5 in my opinion. I don't know if I want to move these guys up, and I do have an argument for them being above all of these guys, especially on top of the fact that none of these guys here are boosted, and this guy is. Guys, because there's 2 of them. But at the same time, one thing I do know, I feel like 17, would I put him above Beast? These 2 are going to be the debate. So let's leave the GT guys for now. These 2, 17 and Beast. I feel like Beast individually is better, but for a team factor, 17 is big supporting, but he's actually vanished. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. I don't see Beast that much either, but if I'm going to say who I'd see more, I'd definitely go Beast. But 17 has way more utility for a team, but Beast just solos. He's not as good as he once was, but he's a reliable unit at any given time. I can't say the same 100% about 17, although he can negate rushes. Really and truly, overall value, I gotta go Beast, Gohan. I'm always a damage guy more than anything else. I feel like his hybrid setup, I haven't seen it in a while either, but if we're gonna talk like that, where's Universe Rep been? You know, Universe Rep is just stinks. Cool. I even forgot about Zamasu over here. I just saw him with the left of my eye. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep this like this. So Beast is gonna stay over 17, right? But really and truly, I might put the GT duo above. I think their stocks has actually risen because of this guy. I've used a setup where this guy, pardon me, not this guy, Goku. Goku's like a buffer and he's a last stand unit, which is dope. He helps this guy actually do more damage until you get to the Transcendent stage. But I feel like what I should do right now is actually give my thoughts on the Goku and Vegeta, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta, because that's where really everything's going to be decided. So here are my genuine thoughts on them. What I think that's good about them is the fact that Goku has cover nullification, he has draw speed, the Transcendent Kamehameha of course, and the fact that they're a tag switch unit. There's also that extra addition of the fact that if you rush them, they actually lower the sub counts by 10. But besides from that, until you really get to the Transcendent Kamehameha stage, there's nothing really rewarding by using them. I feel like they're just a regular tag unit. And I'm quite bored of tag units. I'm not going to scale them off the simple fact that I'm bored of tag units. But really and truly, it's nothing extra special for me to rate them so high. Would I put them above the rest of these guys? I feel like the simple fact of me putting them above would be because they're boosted. But I could understand if somebody put them down below. I feel like, really and truly, the tag 4s are a better tag unit than this unit. That might be a hot take, but I feel like the tag 4s just offer more consistency than this unit, because getting to the Transcendent Kamehameha even takes a bit of time. Like, you really have to build up the gauge, switch, build up the gauge, switch, build up the gauge, then you get the Transcendent Kamehameha. Psych! You have to actually survive the timer now. You're in a quick time event. So now you're doing all these side steps, green cards. You're trying to tank like, please, please, Vegeta, don't die, please. Like, you're begging for your life. It's a lot. But if that Kamehameha gets off, you actually do a lot of damage. So it's really just the debate of if you want to take that risk. It's kind of like a gimmick, but the only reason I'm putting this unit above 4Q and the tag 4 is because they're boosted. I'm very concerned about their longevity, this unit here. Of course, if you have them higher stars, they're going to be okay. But the same people that had that, and I'm not making a direct comparison, people really felt like Dragon Fist was going to last. He did not last. And I'm not saying this unit is like that, but a lot of tagged units lose their defensive capabilities after they come off the boost. And I feel like that's going to be the scenario here. The stats that they have on boost are really holding them up. And after that, it's going to be a long day for them, in my opinion. But of course, we'll see. But outside of that, I feel like people will still use them for the Transcendent Kamehameha as long as that does damage. And I'm not going to lie, it does a lot of damage. So I'm going to keep them 4th, but it's really the boost holding them up on a pedestal. And I feel like people won't really disagree with that. Cool. I like 4Q more than tag 4s for sure. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep these 3. The GT pair is just so unmatched. These two here, they're like twins, bro. Like, bro, these two, like, they locked in. Tag 4s and 4Q locked in for L. You know, like when Fat Boo came out on Regen and he got Zenkai'd, locked in for L. Like, that guy's been on the team. Anyways, let's move on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to do 4 more. That means I'm dragging one person out of this lot here up to complete the tier list. I got Beast Gohan above 17. Zamasu, have I seen him around? Yeah. Zamasu's making the top 10. I think I'll be beginning to push him out. He's actually declined a lot. I feel like it feels like a shadow decline. It's weird. It feels like a shadow decline. He didn't actually get worse, but it feels like he has. But he runs very well with Goku Black, and I feel like that alone, these guys, they're locked in. These Zero Motor Plan, locked in for L. They're locked in too. So I can't even just put Zamasu out of the top 10. I'm gonna keep him right behind. No, I'm gonna keep him above 17 because these two are a dynamic duo. And I feel like those stonks that just match too well is way too consistent. Cool. Now we need one more person. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag some people into it. I understand if they'll be top 10. I'm gonna drag these guys up. I'm gonna drag this girl up. Drag him up. Drag him up. Drag. That might be glazing. Ooh. Let me take a check. Let me check the boost characters. He is boosted. He is boosted. Hella glaze, hella glaze. Nah, I'm not doing it. Someone's gonna get angry at me. I'm not doing it. These guys here are way more just in the spotlight. And I'm gonna give an argument as to why USV is not there, but somebody might want to agree, but I'm not doing it. The one I'm gonna take up here, laser beam pointed at the earth. If you get this wrong, earth blows up. You know who I want? I want Rev UI. Now let me explain. Nah, people really thought I was gonna. Nah, it's for sure out of these three. It's for sure out of these three. It's for sure out of these three. The SSBE Pan 17. I'd understand if it's any of these on the I'd understand if they're top 10, but for me, it's out of these three. I feel like Pan is way more consistent. I feel like even though 17 is especially good, you're not gonna see him at all. And if you do see him, it'll be the occasional GT merchant. So the value in the meta is just shown that it's not as high. And then SSBE is good, but Universe Rep is also in the shadows. So I think Pan is just a safe bet in terms of support. I feel like people just pick her when they want a lot of buffs. They can get the main ability off. It's a guaranteed green card. Works well with Rose. Works well with Hit. UGB. Even this unit getting buffs. Throw you out. Explosive green. Empty your gauge. Block you. Like there's so many uses for a green card. Pan's main supplies it. It supplies it just off rip. You also get a blue card. So yeah, Pan, I think Pan's a safe bet, and I feel like it's very reasonable if you want to put any of these guys in. Now the only reason I haven't really considered these two, and I feel like a lot of people like these two, is really just because nobody's summoning on a Mega Rising banner. I don't even know what it's called. Mega All-Star, Mega D's nuts, bro. No one's really summoning on this banner unless you're paid to win, and if you are, you're glazing these units, let's be honest. So the value in the meta is just down. Not to say these units are bad, but if you put them in your top 10, that's fine, but I'm not going to because you're not seeing them that often. Let me solidify anybody else for the I'd understand if they're top 10. Is there anybody else? Do I see Future Gohan? I feel like Future Gohan has such lifespan, but do I see him? Do I see him? I can't say I do. I think this is it. I'm now going to move these down because, like, really and truly, correlation to seeing them is a big thing. I'm gonna delete that row, and then we're gonna solidify my top 10 right now. So we've got Ultra Gogeta Blue number 1, we've got Ultra Goku Black Rose number 2, we've got Ultra Hit number 3, we've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta number 5, then we've got 4Q the Zenkai number 6, we've got Tag Force number 7, Beast Gohan number 8, Zamasu 9. Am I bugging? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How did I miscount? Okay, Tag 4s are 6, Beast Gohan 7, Zamasu 8, 17, 9, Pan 10. Bro, I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. There we go. That's the top 10. I don't even know what happened in my brain right there, but that's my top 10. Should I order these guys at the bottom? For sure. For sure. I like this order actually. SSBE, 17, Trunks and Vegeta. I might even put Cell above, but I feel like his value is just less. Yeah, this is fine. I like this order as well. I'm gonna leave it like that. On second thought, I gotta do it, man. We gotta respect the boy, man. His stocks have just been bro's got infinity lifespan. I just gotta do it. I'm looking at it, and I feel like if anybody deserves a space, it's him, man. He's got infinity lifespan. For real. Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, if I'm adding this guy, I have to add this guy. And that might be Glaze. But the reason I'm adding him is because, yeah, he's boosted, and people are not gonna see it, but he's boosted. Infinity Glaze, but I'm putting this as my hot take. This is my hot take. That's my hot take. That's actually my hot take. Yeah, so someone fight me about that one. W Glaze, W hot take, W Glaze. Let me even glaze some more.
Daddy, chill.
You know why? Because boosted, that's prime USV again, but nobody's using him. Nobody's using him for real. But I can say the same really about these units here. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know you guys' top 10 list. If there's anything you didn't like, anything you did like specifically, leave a comment down below. Press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 50 big 50, half of 100k subscribers. So yeah, tap into that. I stream every day, so tap into that. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the video like that. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name's Zakashi, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, man.